it back. He was now look at the steal. Here's the steal. 3-on-1. Alley-oop. Oh, my goodness. And you certainly are in love with him here in Louisville. Marcus in the open floor. Incredible.
Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let's get ready for Marcus Maven. You're about midway to the midday with Marcus Maven. And you can come.
Dude, these headphones are going out. They're like shorting out.
Marcus Maven. So sit back and relax and watch Maven.
Broadcasting live from the Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers Studios. Time for Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville. Hurt in a car? Call Sam.
It's so funny because I was messing around with the controllers and then the short came out. My ears blew out. Go.
Ooh, welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maben. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. And if you've survived your spooky Halloween night and made it to November, then you're better than some people doing bad right now. Steve Rummage is at the crib. Nikki in the booth.
Yeah, you know, no school again today down here in Bullitt County. So it's, you know, when we do 2 full hours, I will say Xavier does a good job in there with us. Okay, I can't complain too much, but that second hour, he kind of gets
a kid, Steve.
Yeah,
he's a kid.
And that second hour, you can just kind of see it. And he's like yesterday, you know, he was like underneath the desk and he was like, and I'm like, all right, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if we're gonna do this again today. So,
but that is the granddad in me that says he's a kid. Yeah. Listen, 10 years ago, I'm like, you need to sit your ass down and shut up.
Right. So it was a little easier today to just say, you know what, let's tap in from the house. It'll be fine. I took him to vote this morning.
Did the button work?
Well, you know, in Kentucky, we're still old school, which I love.
You mail-in ballot?
No, we still do the nice little color in, you know what I mean, which is probably why Kentucky goes red by about 5:45. But it's you know, it's nice to get in there. But I wanted him to see, like, hey, you know, because I mean, depending on what happens in this election, you might not have freedom to vote.
Really? We're doing this? We're doing this? Like, seriously?
Steve is like, I may never have a chance to even let this one cook ever again in my life. So let me get it out of my system.
So, yeah, it's really on the 1st. It's the 1st of November, Steve. But no, yeah, it was good. He got to go in there and he got him an I voted sticker. So we had a good time, man. It was fun.
Nikki V in the booth.
El
They
Diablo.
want the boot. Oh man, it was a good.
The
Halloween.
power of Christ compels you.
I know.
The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you.
I am
I
thirsty.
need a young priest and an old priest.
I need some holy water. Yeah. I was immediately thinking of the scene from the Boondocks. And the things that scare away in Italian. Yeah. Like, oh man. No, it was good Halloween. We had like 60 trick-or-treaters, which was a record. I gotta say this.
You had 60 trick-or-treaters at your door?
Yeah, not like, you know, all at once, but spaced out throughout the night and everything. Yeah, that was
I know, not at once.
That was dumb.
It's like a little revolt.
There's no way I would
mad.
answer. What are Children of the Corn? There's no way I would open my door if there were 60 kids outside.
An insurrection, one would say.
I was going to say a little child. Oh, they were practicing for, you know.
Yeah, they're practicing just in case.
Just in case. But no, we had a lot of, but I saw a lot of kids, if you want to call them that.
What kind of candy were you giving out? That's what's important.
The good
Nikki.
stuff. We went to Costco and got the 2 like
That's
mix
all that
bags.
matters.
We got like the chocolate mix, and then we got like the fruity mix.
Chocolate like candy bars.
Yeah, like and they had
made individual sacks.
No, I just would grab a fistful and throw them in there. Like, so I feel like we were a cool house because we were given more than one piece of candy. Everybody was getting like between 4 and 7 pieces of candy, depending on how much bourbon I'd had.
Or their hand
like,
size.
No. I was the one.
Oh,
like,
you didn't.
I was the one grabbing and putting. But I realized 2 things. One, a lot of teenagers were like one kid had like tattoos that came up and got like candy.
But no, Nick, like legit, man. Elijah, my son, I talked about this the other day. I think he was like, "Hey, what age can I get a tattoo?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about, tattoo?" And he's like, and then he kind of looks at me like, "Dad, like almost the whole football team has them," and I'm like, "Really?" And then I start noticing, and I'm like, "Well, these kids are all tatted up."
Yeah, this kid had ink.
Steve, if you can determine your sex at that age, you can get a tattoo.
Well.
Fair point.
We are doing this, aren't we? Okay, I'm kind of on Nick's side. I'm like, all right, I was joking, but apparently we're doing this. Okay, no. Austin Powers,
listen, get over it, people.
Yes, please,
get over it, people.
Yeah,
this is what we're.
But I, so it was like
Jordan's the best ever.
Okay,
Jordan's the GOAT.
I agree. I don't know which one.
There's no other conversation. There's nobody else in the conversation.
Yeah, we don't have a fight. I'm with you.
No more. We used to.
God, you remember Jack Grossman?
Well, I mean, I watched YouTube videos of him.
That was the best response. That was the perfect response for me to move to the next stage of my life. Do you remember that, Nikki?
I'm trying to remember.
I'm arguing with Jack Grossman, right?
Yeah.
And I'm passionate. I'm arguing with him. I say, Jack, the reason you can't argue with me is because you've never had to, not on demand, had to be at 12:30, had to be in front of the TV and go, and now,
right.
You've never had to, and not be able to skip through commercials, not be able to do sit and watch the storyline, but you can't discuss this with me.
And just hear.
Yeah. You can't discuss this with me. Jordan or LeBron, you can't discuss it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a frame of reference. And
right.
and he was like, yes, I can. And I'm like, how? He said, I've watched highlights of Jordan on YouTube.
We were like, we were like,
it's just like the most Gen Z thing you could say.
It was
like me talking about Wilt. Like, I can't.
Yeah. It's like me looking at Lloyd Gardner and Dan Issel, and I'm like, dude, like those dudes in the ABA were not that athletic, man. Like,
I saw videos of you guys I saw Artis Gilmore on YouTube.
Yeah, Artis Gilmore. That's who I was trying to think of. Artis Gilmore was whack, bro. Like, are you kidding me?
It was such a graduation moment.
Yeah,
for me.
Right. You're just like, well, yeah, he's a child, and I'm not.
It's like, what are we arguing with here? I mean, like, this is, it's like I'm arguing with the most unhealthy people alive about, vaccines.
We're going all the way today.
We're here, baby.
Saying, wow.
We're going all the way today to
it's
the limit.
November.
You hit the trifecta. Okay. We had vaccines, trans,
and Tony Bennett's a quitter.
Okay.
Did you get an I voted sticker?
I did, and I gave one to Xavier.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah, so we took a nice little picture, a little I voted picture.
I love the I voted pictures. I that no matter how you vote. I imagine Steve and I are going to disagree on this one, but
sure.
But we're using our rights, so that's good. I love the I voted sticker.
Yeah, the I voted sticker. My problem, Steve, is it reminds me too much of the I got my jab sticker.
Yeah.
You mean your vaccine? You got your vaccine that kept you safe?
Stickers. I don't remember that.
You don't remember everybody holding up their arm? Like, I got my... Listen, trust me, Steve. It was a thing.
I remember that too.
I'm all about the I voted sticker though, because like Nick was
It's your
saying, I
civic
do
duty.
agree with him there. Even though we don't agree, I am happy that we still live in a place where you can you can do that.
Allegedly. Hey, Steve, how was the Halloween situation?
Oh, it was fantastic. We had a nice little a party over here, and we had plenty of people. We shut those doors, sir. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I have to. They had walked through. 2 kids coming in. One of them starts on punt team. Time. Yeah.
That's where Jalen made it start.
Yeah, and the other one's my kid. So. Oh, never mind. He doesn't start on punt team anymore. I was just informed. So.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Yeah. I want to be the first to break that, but Bryce Sheehan will not be starting on punt team for Bullet East.
Slight fallback for a major comeback.
Yeah. Why does God give his toughest battles to his best soldiers? Yeah. So there's that. Look, you're talking to me and I can't hear what you're saying. So yeah. But anyways, it's it was great, man. We had a lot of people over here. There was a big crowd. Autumn Glen does it up very nicely over here. There was one place had a slide, one of the bouncy house slides.
Right.
So it rained a little bit. So the slide was like extra fast.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then they had that same place. They made cotton candy and popcorn for everybody.
Okay.
So yeah, that was pretty awesome.
That had to be experienced.
Well, yeah, they do it up really nice. So we had fun, man. I mean, it was drizzling a little bit, but I'll be honest with you, man. Last year it was freezing cold. I'll take a little drizzle over the freezing cold all day.
Oh,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah,
totally
it was.
with you on that one.
We all got a little wet last night, but it was like, we'll be all right.
When I was a kid, I think I sickly hoped for bad weather. It's more for me.
More, yeah. Less people.
There's that.
We're going through Halloween stories. I got one Halloween story. I was blindsided by some teenagers, right, for my candy.
Oh, really?
Yep. I was darting from door to door, right? Darting.
They ran your pockets for candy?
Listen. I like the way you phrased that. Listen. I'm talking about I'm door to door. And again, some of the gifts God gave me,
right,
just allowed me to go and go and go at a certain speed,
right,
that no one else, like my lung capacity at 8 years old,
right,
phenomenal. I got this pillowcase and it is just stuffed, right, it just arm heavy stuffed, right? I had just so happened to give it an extra wrap.
With soap in it.
That's funny. What's the movie? When everybody
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket. Yeah.
Listen, no, this, you know what this remind me of? The actor who has the pillow fight with all the girls. You might see the trans meme sometimes. What's the
Oh, I think
he's
I know
sitting around there doing the little giggling.
Yeah, and then he starts wailing on everybody. Yeah.
Okay, imagine how big his pillowcase was.
Right.
Right? That's how mine was. And I'm telling you, I never saw them coming. Right? Wham! It's, just hardest hit I ever took in my life. Just over the top of the head, shoulder, just a full blind side over the top hit, right?
Damn, these kids actually did this?
Listen, my arms extended. I can still see it right now. My arms extended. And I can see you can grab that. I can see the jeans and the shoes of the kid running and reaching down to grab my extended bag, Steve. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Rob Schneider. Yes, thank you, Texter. Steve, they tried to grab it, but I had just put the double hook on it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like if you got a laundry bag, how you wrap it one extra time. So it was like wrapped around one, like I grabbed the top, closed it, and then did a double wrap so I could get a nicer brace on the bottom. Steve, held on to the bag. They realized I started getting up. They realized
Softball Dad Dustin.
this might turn into something, right? And they all darted off.
Dude, that's strong.
And I kept the bag.
The ball security because of that extra wrap.
I had just did the extra wrap 7 seconds before I got blindsided.
Wow.
Right.
Nice.
And I called it a night after that.
Yeah. Right.
We better protect the bag, literally.
Yeah, right.
Let's get to the phone line.
Well, I was gonna say, look, I was gonna pull my old school Steve. Well, so how does that help me beat Clemson?
Ball security is bag security, Steve. I was
it.
obviously getting there. That was the very next point. Had you not cut me off, that lesson was extra ball security at impact because you never know when it's coming.
Yeah. Perfect.
Softball Dad Dustin, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Fellas, how is everyone this morning?
Good. What about yourself?
Good.
I'm doing well. I'm really glad I got in before we went to sports because this is non-sports take 100%.
Fair.
So if we were to take a poll for the gas bags from a Republican Democratic point of view,
Okay.
our roster is mostly what would you think?
So it's about 2/3 bad guys, 1/3 good guys, I think.
I think that's a heavy number, Nick. I think it's probably well. How many kids? How many kids? How many guys? Oh, and by the way, the one who had the best on base percentage, just quickly.
I think that was
I've
Leeds.
forgotten.
It was Mark Lieberman. Actually, somehow it was you. He got walked more in softball than I've ever seen. Like he was Mr.
Yeah,
OBP.
I was over. Anyway, no, I thought of Steve yesterday in a good light. Dawn has a new pumpkin spice wash.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
How about that? Yeah.
I don't know why you don't. You said something about popcorn and cotton candy. There were no pumpkin spiced lattes or
It's a good point.
hot chocolate
Yeah.
or nothing.
No, it's November 1st. We've moved on to toasted white chocolate now.
Oh, we're entering the Christmas season, are we now?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I respect it.
I have a toasted white chocolate latte right in front of me right now.
I was talking to
All right. So,
sorry, go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, I was just going to say back to the gas bags. I've got I'm talking to the delegation right now. I've got, a friend that's part of the delegation. Well, Marcus, you're the buddy. You're my friend of the delegation. My liaison, if you will. So I am the liaison for the Catholics and the Republicans for the gas bags.
Mm.
So yes, there is a Democrat exorcism that is available, and I'll do it on the house, 100% free. Matter of fact, I'll pay to do it.
Oh, how does one? I'm wondering how this works.
Appreciate the calls up on that, Dustin. Nikki, you on the spot.
I don't know where to go from there. Like I don't know if
you say I don't need your damn exorcism. I vote the way I vote proudly.
Yeah. In a state that goes red by 5:45. My vote matters.
Oh,
Clemson.
Okay, Clemson. Clemson.
Yeah.
Look, Kansas City on line 1.
Listen, no, if there's people around this office that if they haven't been in trouble for political takes yet, nobody's getting in trouble for political takes.
The line cannot be broken. The line cannot be crossed.
Yeah, we're in good shape. Yeah, tomorrow, man, 7:30. It's Marcus. I am wrapping my head around constantly, and I hate what I'm doing, but I'm trying.
Moral victory, Steve, already.
I'm trying to find the path that we win this football game. I'm trying with listen, I'm running through the forest, man.
Don't you got Jeff Brom?
I do.
And a quarterback?
And that, yes.
Well, what are we talking about?
And is that, you might be right. You might be right. I'm okay with saying that. You might be right. I see these paths and I'm like, okay, but is that one? And then I find like I start going down that one and I'm like, but there's that. And then I'll go down, but there's that. I'm trying to find the one that's like, okay, that's a way to victory right there.
11-point spread, Steve.
Ooh, I actually
Vegas is in for us.
I did producer work. And we had Don Munson, the play-by-play voice of Clemson, yesterday on Touchdown Thursday with Paul Rogers and Pops. And he actually
it's like a heavily produced segment.
He actually talked about the lack.
Wait a minute, you weren't here yesterday.
Wasn't here yesterday. No, Paul lined this up, man. I didn't do it. Shoot.
Well, no, but I mean, you didn't produce yesterday.
No, but I came in after I got my errands done.
Oh, so you still okay? So you still came to work. You just didn't come to.
Do you want the sound or not, Steve? That I cut for all the shows to use.
Play the sound
on my off day. I came in and did work. Yeah. Okay, so they talked about the lack of tough opponents this season. Minus Georgia.
It would have worked had it not turned into a night game. Yes, I want to hear it, Nikki.
All right, this is what could play in favor of the Cards.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I play into that, and there's no ducking that from Clemson's standpoint. That after Georgia, that they have not necessarily played the greatest of opponents. When you go back and just combine the win-loss record of it, it's a losing record. So yeah, I think that can be a definite factor that Louisville has been a little bit more battle tested than Clemson coming into this one, and they have had opportunities to win. The thing now that Coach Braun has got to figure out is, all right, you've had opportunities to win. Now you got to go do it. But now you have to come and do it at a place as we've all three have already said, is a very difficult place to come and do that. And Clemson knows that, and Clemson will be ready. I mean, believe me, Coach Sweeney will have his team prepared, but it wouldn't shock me to see Louisville use a little more up tempo in this game. Wouldn't shock me at all to see them do that, because I think that if it was me, then I think that would be a very good. The opposite way would be to do what Coach Spurrier used to do when he was at South Carolina against Clemson's teams. Is maybe you don't go up tempo, but maybe you try to limit Clemson's offense so they only touch the football 55 times in the game, and you shorten the game that way to make it a less possession type of contest. That's the other side of the coin, is that you got to. Which side is going to give you the best opportunity to win? It's going to be interesting to see the game plan coming in here for Louisville, which one they choose.
Let me start, because that's a great point.
Leo.
That is a great point. And it's something to look at. I mean, Clemson's obviously they played Georgia at the beginning of the year, but since then they've played App State, who they blew out. They played NC State, who they blew out. They played Stanford, who they blew out. Florida State, who they blew out. Wake Forest, who they blew out. And Virginia, who they blew out. I mean, I'm about to say the most John Madden thing ever. This kind of, it's one of those like, well, yeah, Steve. But if you can punch them and Marcus, listen to these scores really quick of the teams I just read. 66-20, 59-35, 40-14, 29-13, 49-14, 48-31. That's been Clemson's scores. They have not played a football game with any sort of resistance. Now, granted, that might be them, and they may show that tomorrow, and they may show why they're great, because I do think if Clemson comes out and plays really well and beat up on Louisville tomorrow, that people will be like, okay, that will kind of be a game that where they're like, okay, no, Clemson is a serious threat to do something this year. But if you could make them play from behind, if you could play them like, no, y'all are 3 points ahead and we're right there, you can't make a mistake. Because it's one thing for Cade Klubnik to sit back there and make plays if you're up a couple touchdowns, but it's like late in the game. But if Louisville can be right there or ahead, it will be interesting to see how Clemson reacts to that, because they've not been tested, and none of the teams that they've played are very good at all. I mean, would you agree with me that maybe, God, Virginia might be their best game?
And I will say this.
And Virginia put 31 on them.
Virginia early had their attention. And I'm telling you, Steve, I was
That was last week.
I was hopping mad watching the Virginia game.
Or not last, might be the week
because
before
it looked exactly like you would expect a Louisville Clemson game to look, especially when you come to play. Virginia came to play against Clemson.
Yeah.
A couple things happened that you would expect, and they got away from them. Some really bad holds and turned into big plays. And look, and the big Virginia play, late flag, bring it back. You know, it's like ouch, ouch, and more ouch. But I want to do this, Steve. What's your level of confidence in Tyler Shuck's ability to close? Also for the text line and phone line. Quick commercial break. We'll answer that question on the other side.
You want to take Leo real fast?
You know, let's do that. Leo, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind, Leo? Sorry about that.
Well, I had a lot on my mind until you tried to get rid of me, Marcus. I don't know how I feel about that now.
Fair enough.
I was having a bad Friday, and just the hits keep on coming.
Right.
I don't know if I want to talk anymore.
That's fair.
No. Okay. I don't know how to put this, and I'll try to be. There's not a bigger. Everybody says that there's not a bigger Louisville fan than me. I'm not saying I'm the biggest Louisville fan, but and I don't know. It's kind of amusing to me. I don't want to come off. People are going to want to punch me up if I get too off into the other side with this. But we're not going to win tomorrow. And I'm sorry. Look, I love Louisville to a fault. I wish I didn't. You know, I could have had a chance to be a professional musician. Well, I got stage fright, too bad. But I wish I hated sports. I'm sure that you thought that, Marcus, after a hard loss and just that you want to, just jumping like your heart's been ripped out. You're like, God, why do I keep doing this to myself? And I keep doing it to myself. But I love Louisville too damn much. And point being, I'm getting off into the weeds here. We have been tested. Ron English has been tested. I've got zero faith on that side of the ball. We've got such, good weapons on offense, but Clemson is going to run up and down the field on that defense. I don't care what happened with Boston College. Oh, they look better. It still took, again, waking up in the second half after they made changes, everything. It's like, it's the, if y'all are familiar with the scorpion and the frog or whatever, parable. Okay. That's our character. That's this team's character. They are not going to wake up, if they do, to the second half. And by then they'll be down 3 scores in that environment with that, against that talent on the road, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You can't overthink things. I'm a software engineer, and one of my professors in college talked about writing code. You keep it simple, stupid, just like, calling plays, run, on both sides of the ball. But I'm going to throw some facts out there for you.
Will they cover the spread?
Well, that's what I'm going to throw out there real quick, and then I'll get on. There's a site called Tick Dogs that I love for, game predictions and, I don't bet, because my emotions get into it. My son is an awesome bettor. I'm terrible because I get emotional. So Clemson has won 41 of its last 42 games against non-AP ranked teams at Clemson. Louisville has lost 24 of its last 29 games against AP ranked teams. I did not know that. That's terrible. Louisville has failed to cover the spread 8 of its last 9 November games as a road underdog. November, that means, the schedule gets a little tougher, you're into the meat of your conference, et cetera. Sure. The favorite has covered the spread in each of the last 5 games between Louisville and Clemson. 8 of Clemson's last 10 against non-AP ranked teams at Memorial Stadium have gone over total points line. Not good for our defense. And last but not least, each of Louisville's last 3 games as an underdog has gone over the total points line. So that all points towards, using the word points there, this all skews towards Clemson, and it all skews towards our defense giving up, just, getting torched more than toast in a very bad shorted toaster. So I appreciate the trying to stay positive and looking to this, but we just need to write this game off.
So the answer is they're not going to cover the spread.
Hell no.
How many of those games were coached by Jeff Brom?
There's more chance of a handkerchief covering Rosie O'Donnell than
how many of those games were coached by Jeff Brom?
None, I guess.
I love it.
But come on,
See what I'm saying? You give me Satterfield's team stats.
That includes Bobby. I mean,
Bobby's last year he won 2 games.
Yeah, not against Clemson. We never won against them.
Total.
And it's hey, how many last year? How many of those UK losses?
So this is about program. This is about program strength, not the coaches or the team.
True, but it gets in the head. You know that as a player at a high level, it gets in your head. You start thinking about it.
Nope. I beat national championship Kentucky with 12 wins, so don't get into your head.
That's true. That's true. But you also, I'm not going to compare yet Brom to Denny Crum though either.
Don't compare to Satterfield either.
No. Everything points towards. My point is everything points towards a loss, and then focus on the last 3 and getting to 8 wins is my point. I hope you all had the most awesome Halloween. As I always say, I love you guys, and you have a great weekend.
Same to you, Leo. I say we'll respond on the back end of that one. Take a quick commercial break. 939 The Ville.
Jason Nemes is the leader we need in Frankfort. A husband and father, Jason is focused on improving public safety for every neighborhood and family. He's tough on crime, backs the blue, and will fully fund law enforcement. Jason Nemes is fighting to help families struggling with inflation. He's lowered income taxes so you keep more of what you earn and fought to lower the price of gas in your car. Vote Jason Nemes for state representative. Paid for by Jason Nemes, state representative.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices. Plus, extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with points. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Hi, I'm attorney Alex White. I run a law firm right here in Kentucky. We have over 10 attorneys who work hard every day for our clients. We're proud to be local, and giving back to our community is very important. After a car wreck, you have a lot of options of who to hire as your attorney. But if you want good representation and hardworking lawyers, you want to keep your business local, visit SueDistractedDriver.com.
This is legal advertisement. Work may be performed by other attorneys.
Are you in need of new flooring to dress up your home or business? This is James Strebel, and I want to tell you about the pros that can get it done. Door-to-door flooring, your local professionals that specialize in bathroom remodels, hardwood installs, and refinishing, as well as tile and LVP. Door-to-door flooring is there to help you every step of the way, including the design process. Schedule a quote today at d2dflooring.com and receive 10% off labor when you mention ESPN Louisville. Schedule your free quote today.
Hey, it's Steve Rummage here. You've probably heard all about the new regulations that have hit the real estate market, making the process more complex than ever. And if you're not working with the right real estate agent professional, you could find yourself out of bounds fast. That's why it's more important than ever to work with someone who has proven their expertise. Like my good friend Josh Jarbo. Josh was recently inducted into the RE/MAX Hall of Fame and named one of Louisville's 40 under 40. This guy knows the game inside and out. Josh and the team at RE/MAX Empire are the seasoned pros you want on your side. They know how to navigate the market, make the right calls, and get you the best deal every time. So don't let a cut rate agent make a rookie mistake and fumble your financial future. Whether you're buying, selling, or just need some mortgage advice, these are the folks you want in your corner. So here's the play. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, or check him out online at joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com. And here's a special offer just for you guys. Mention you heard it right here on 93.9 The Ville, and you're going to receive up to a $5,000 seller's credit. I'll leave you with this. Top-notch service might seem expensive, but poor service can cost you a fortune. Don't settle for less than the best.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker owner of RE/MAX Empire and co-founder of Modern Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Each office is independently owned and operated. Modern Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
Goomer & Company offers a top-level jewelry buying experience with two master jewelers on site to custom create anything you have in mind. I went to Goomer for Ashley's engagement ring, bridal set, earrings, and custom engraved bracelets. The Goomer difference is present in every detail. There was no pressure to buy in Goomer's first-class showroom, and the good people at Goomer & Company were respectful of my budget throughout the process. Visit Goomer & Company at 225 South Hirschhorn Parkway, and you'll see the Goomer difference is why Louisvillians have trusted this family-owned and operated business since 1971.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $200 in bonus bets when they bet $5. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bet. And see why. It's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 plus only. Must be physically located in Kentucky. Terms and conditions apply.
Everyone needs a great plumber they can trust that is fast and affordable. So call me, Leonard Walker Plumbing, for any plumbing issue, big or small, from leaks, clogs, or sump pump issues to full installations. City, state, and service industry workers. So call me, Leonard Walker Plumbing, at 768-7717 or visit leonardwalkerplumbing.com. Top quality plumbing.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
Hey, Card fans, Attorney Sam Aguirre here, proud partner of U of L Athletics and ESPN Radio Louisville. Car wrecks can be a nightmare, and insurance companies are just going to make it worse. But when you're part of our team, we take care of those hassles so you can focus on getting better. We've helped thousands of Card fans get life-changing results on their claims, and it would be an honor to work for you too. So if you've been hurting a car, give us a call at 502-888-8888 or check us out online at demandsam.com. And go Cards!
Stronghold makes industry storage that outlasts the industry standard by a lot, and it all starts with an outstanding team. We're hiring welders, production associates, assemblers, and powder coat painters. Inside sales and HR coordinators, we need you too. You'll get competitive weekly pay, 401k, health and dental benefits, bonuses, not to mention a legacy that'll outlive us all. Visit the career page on strong-hold.com.
Hey, Kentuckiana, Coach Dan McDonald here. In my 16 years of living in this community, I've had the great pleasure of being associated with some amazing teams. And I wanted to take a moment to talk about the wonderful team at Fitness Market. When my wife and I were upgrading our home fitness room, we knew there was only one place to go, Fitness Market. Fitness Market has been serving the Louisville community for over 10 years, and their service company, Treadmill Medic, has been in Louisville for over 20 years. When Julie and I walked into their store, we were treated like family. And that is exactly what Fitness Market is, a local family business. The Whiters and their team truly care about their customers, and they want them to succeed in their personal fitness goals. The team at Fitness Market has helped us create an amazing workout room in our home, and we couldn't be happier with our purchase. So when you are ready to add to your home gym, do what Julie and I did. Go see the winning team at Fitness Market.
So visit Fitness Market, 2 locations, Westport Road, just inside the Snyder, or Plantside Drive and Watterson Trail, or online at thefitnessmarket.com.
The official broadcast partner of all U of L athletics, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville. Powered by Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers. Hurt in a car? Call Sam Aguiar. The DFH company is most certainly the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi Mini Split, like the one we use here at the 93.9 studios for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. The score is 40. No, I'm sorry. The score is 30-20. That sounds terrible.
What is that?
Nick, you better go get James.
Yeah,
ASAP.
I don't know what that. Wait.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea what that was.
We are up 10. It's 30-20, Steve.
Okay.
There's 8 minutes and 38 seconds, and Louisville has the ball in the fourth quarter. Do you trust Tyler Shook to move the ball and close out the game?
We're up 10?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
We're down 3 with 3 minutes and 42 seconds to go, and we got the ball at the 20. Do you trust Tyler Shook to go score?
100%.
Do you trust the referees?
No, I don't. But
when I get the 60-yard bomb and I see that flag come out while Ja'Cory Brooks is running,
listen,
I'll put something through my TV.
Well, and let me say this, because I don't want people to think I'm just blindly like, yeah, I trust my quarterback. It's like, well, because let me tell you why. He did it. He's done it on the road. He's done it against Miami. He led us every time we needed a score. We went and got one. He did it against SMU. You go down, you get the touchdown, then look, you caused the fumble that should have got you the ball back. And I have no doubt Tyler Shook would have took you right down and got points right there. He did it against Notre Dame when we needed points, so I don't see anything that leads me to believe that Tyler Shook won't get it done in crunch time.
I worry about him eating the football because I think the Clemson defense will have you seeing ghosts.
Sure.
Only rushing 4, and then that one time they bring his maneuverability.
But I will say they're more individual talent than they are good as a unit.
Clemson's defense.
Clemson, individual talent, they're going to be as good as any defense you've played. As a unit, I think they're a little more like Miami, where you can put points up on them. I mean, it's not, like I said, Virginia just put 31 on them in their last game. Like, it's not.
And I'm sorry to cut you off, Steve.
No. You're good.
I will say this.
Your name's on the show.
To your point, Steve.
Do whatever the hell you want.
To back you up. You know, Clemson stuck 2 extra touchdowns on the back end of that. Did you know that?
No. Clemson, Virginia.
Clemson threw, like, they were up like 17 points, Steve.
So it ended 48-31.
Yes, they were up by like 17 with like a minute to go or like 2 minutes to go, and they like shot another bomb out there because they were trying to purposely lopside that score, and it was really weird because it was Tony Elliott, and Dabo went right over there. You could tell like it was like he, you owe me an explanation for that one.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And then Virginia stuck another one up late, like it was like if you want to play that game.
Yeah.
And they stuck another one up too. So that number statistically may be a tad bit inflated on what they did to Virginia.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few games like I don't know, especially in the secondary and with guys like, I mean, this is a game where you're like, God, if you had another guy like Colin Lacey, this is one where it pisses you off because even though, hey, if he comes back next year, that all works out, but it still doesn't change the fact that, like, man, we still got a lot we can accomplish. I mean, listen, if you beat Clemson, let's just look, if Leo will allow us to, what in God's name is that?
Is there any like wires touching?
That's what I'm looking for. I mean, I don't see anything that's
separate all, because I do get that as well.
Sure. I mean, listen, I'm not opposed to saying that that's me. I mean, I just I don't know what it would be.
I tell you what, Nikki, since we're having a little technical difficulties, you go ahead and play us out. Steve, you want to give a shout out?
Yeah, I will. It's let me give a quick shout out to our guys over at Tri-State Men's Health. They've been fantastic for me, but they can be fantastic for you too. They've helped me with energy, but they can help you with a lot of things, whether it's energy, whether it's erectile dysfunction, whether it's weight loss, whatever it is, they can help you out with. So give them a ring. Go on to tristatemenshealth.com, take the low T quiz. It's 10 questions, yes or no answers, take you about 2 minutes. Really easy to do. Go in, take a quick 30-minute appointment. They'll take your blood. They'll put together a thing that's just for you. So get in there, check them out, but you make sure you tell them you heard about them right here on 93.9 The Ville.
Well, Steve, HR is calling for me. 93.9 The Ville.